Well, there's nobody here. Anyways, I thought I'd do an early afternoon, late morning stream here. I'm Larry Soulcactus. I wanted to talk about finding something else to do while you're looking for gigs or putting that band together, because you will need some other form of employment, some other form of income coming in while you're waiting around for gigs to happen or in between gigs. You know, what can you do with your guitar talents other than playing live in bands? Well, you could always teach music, right? You could become a private instructor. You could become a public instructor. So you could teach music, or you could teach another subject entirely. Or you can teach private guitar instruction online or in person and or otherwise at your local shop. And if you're going to do that, I was a private instructor as well as a public school teacher for a number of years. If you're going to end up being a private instructor, I would urge you to come up with some form of instructor contract just to protect yourself as well as the people taking lessons from you. And this is sort of what it should say. The instruction contract, this is what it should have in it. The length of lesson, so duration. The instruction period shall be 1 30-minute block per week unless other arrangements are made with instructor, so you can make it for an hour. Students must be on time or forfeit that part of the lesson. That's pretty standard. If that happens to the instructor will make up the time. So it kind of goes both ways. That's what you should put in your instruction contract. Cancellations should be in here, all right? Right there, cancellations. So the student shall contact the instructor no less than 24 hours in advance to receive full credit for the scheduled lesson missed. All and any makeup lessons must be done within 2 weeks of the original scheduled lesson. If this cannot be done, the lesson will be forfeited. Okay, so if the instructor must cancel, I shall contact the student no later than 24 hours in advance to arrange another lesson at another time. In other words, a makeup lesson, because it's on me, the cancellation. So, again, protecting both parties. The fourth thing I talk about, supplies needed. Student shall supply his or her own guitar for the lesson. Students must supply any and all books, folders, and materials recommended by the instructor, which is me. So if I tell you to go out and get the current issue book of the guitar method, I'm requiring you to get that. I won't, but whatever. It's just an example. And then last but not least, method of payment. All right, This is important. Lesson will be paid 1 full month in advance to reserve the lesson time with the instructor. That's pretty standard. If you pay for lessons at a mom and pop shop, you're paying for the month in advance, generally speaking. Lessons must be prior to the new month always. If lessons are not paid for before the new month arrives, there will be a $5 late charge added. That's just something I used to do personally, to keep people in line and to keep them on time. You may not pay the instructor on the first lesson of the month, for that is considered late. In other words, pay me before the end of the month for the beginning of the new month. Also, lessons will be made payable to the instructor from now on, which is currently me. Lessons must be paid in cash or by check. No credit cards allowed. That's just me because I didn't want to take credit cards at that time. Again, this was like in the 90s and the early 2000s. Now I just take a lesson if someone asks for it. And my fee is generally like $80 an hour. And I can be paid through Venmo or PayPal in today's world. And then I just have both parties, including myself being one of the parties, sign and date it with every new student and or parent, guardian. And that's how I would make money outside of playing gigs. And until I got like a full roster of students, I would substitute teach during the days to make money. So if you're just like, you know, whatever, getting out of high school or getting out of college and you're like, I'm gonna be the next big music star or whatever, music thing or whatever, yeah, you're not. Pump those brakes. Let me tell you how it's gonna go. You are gonna need to get a job and then work on your dreams. That's reality. So, anyways, my name is Larry Soulcactus. Welcome to my afternoon stream. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I just wanted to talk about other ways that guitar players can make money outside of waiting for the next gig or playing the next gig. Because, you know, look, unless you get really, really lucky, you're not going to be playing gigs all the time. There's very, very few and far in between guitar players that make a living constantly playing. I know some of them, it's pretty brutal unless you get really lucky. No, I do not invest in Bitcoin. How's everybody doing today? Dude, get out of here with your Bitcoin shit. This room is strictly solely for music and musicians. It's a safe place for that. I do not want to discuss Bitcoin. Get the fuck out. Does anybody have any questions about playing music, gigging, guitar gear, anything like that? Hi, Andre. How's Brazil today? You should go fuck yourself, Spy. How's that? Get the fuck out of my room. What tube amp should you look at on a budget? G? I would take a look at like something like a Fender Blues Jr. or maybe a Fox AZ15, something like that. Maybe I forgot what the real cheap amplifiers are called. Not PV, man. And not Crate. Line 6 is something to look at, I suppose. But I was thinking of something else. It's a tube amp, and they're very affordable. I would look at some of those. Anything from like $200 to $500, I would look at and play and check out and see what you like. So collectibles, how can I help you? Do you want like advice to get out of the pentatonic mode? You can start practicing your major diatonics, see what happens. Yeah, with chords, you mean like that kind of stuff? Like how you incorporate chords and like licks? Thank you, I appreciate that. Man, that just comes with time and experience, dude. Just be patient. You'll get there. Just work at it. I've been playing guitar for 40 years. It takes time, dude. It really takes time. But one day, it'll fall into place. You're welcome. Keep at it. That's a cool riff. Oh Well by Fleetwood Mac. Go. Any other questions about playing music, playing with people, guitar gear in general? Hey Larry, what's happening? Thank you. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. I'm gonna jump on later for another late afternoon, early evening stream, so I'll catch you guys later. Be cool, alright? Bye-bye.